Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Rooms Flicks podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sullivan. With me is my co-host, Frank Garland. Frank, how are you this fine morning?
We're doing good. Another sunny day.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
nice
today is supposed to be really nice, hot. Yesterday it pretty much poured most of the morning.
Oh, wow.
And then it kind of cleared up in the afternoon, but we waited pretty much. We kind of hung in and watched some shows and all that stuff. So
yeah, Maria said it's been kind of
crap.
It's been crappy. Yeah,
it's been crappy.
Said to me.
Yeah. So we gotta throw before we get started. We got a few things to discuss. We gotta throw a nice big happy birthday to my aunt, your wife, Linda Darlin. Linda, if you're listening, and we know you are, happy birthday.
Yep, happy birthday, Lynn. Yep.
What do you got on tap for this weekend? Anything?
Oh yeah, we're going to. I told you, we're going to Caribbean Beach. Going
Correct.
to the resort.
You're going? Yeah. You leaving today? Tomorrow?
No, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we'll leave. Yep. So we'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Be back Friday. Yep.
Awesome. Nice.
That's
Caribbean Beach.
awesome.
What is it?
Yeah.
It's just the beach.
No, it's the Caribbean Beach Resort. It's one of the hotels at Disney. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay.
No, that's fine. So we're going to park the car and take all the transportation. We're going to be like we're on vacation. We're not going to...
Really? Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
That'll
it's going to
be
be a lot of fun. We're going to stay to the park at night all the way to the end, all four of them. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you planning on going to any of the parks?
Going to all four of them.
All four of them. Nice.
Yeah, we're going to watch the fireworks in, three of them? Yeah, three of them. We're fireworks in the three of them. And I guess the Animal Kingdom has some show on the tree they do, the big
really?
tree. Yeah, so we haven't seen that. So we're going
to... it's funny. It's like they do so much at night. But like by the time when we were going by, because we there all morning, all day, and all night, and it's like by the time you're like by the time at night you're exhausted.
Right?
Yeah,
you are right, Frank.
It's like especially at Epcot, there's so much fireworks and all those shows. I've never seen anything. I've seen the one at Magic Kingdom because we were there so early.
Exactly, you're exactly right. Yeah. But what we're going to do, Frank, is we're going to probably go to the pool in the morning. We're going to eat lunch probably there at the Caribbean Beach place, and then about 2:00, then we're going to jump on the things and go. So we're gonna be like from 2:00 to like 9, 10. So yeah, and we're just going to hang out. We'll go on some of the rides. We're just going to relax and take our time. We have no place to go.
No rush, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be nice. A lot of times we got to come home for the dog and everything. The dog is being watched by somebody, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. Yeah, so it's going to be like being away, but will only be 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably just go on your favorite rides, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you been on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride yet?
Yes, I have been on it.
I heard it's
really cool. It's really cool. Of course, we went and ate seafood and then went on. That was a mistake. But that's besides that. That was stupid. Yeah. But it is a cool ride. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty long too. It's fast.
Is it?
But it was nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So.
Good. That's good to hear. So I had a note from our friend Peter Needham because he's kind of he's kind of a historical buff, or I don't know what you want to call it. Because I told him, I was like, hey, we did the Patriot, listen in and let me know what you think, because they live in Mass. And he's pretty close to all the historical, so he had a few notes he had to say. Because I guess he said he knew a little bit about reloading. Let's see here. He had a few notes that Jason Isaac, who plays Tavington, he said it was perfect, awesome portrayal. Perfect.
Yeah, he was good.
So was Tom Wilkinson, perfectly cast. I guess he said that Chris Cooper lives in Kingston, Massachusetts, which is about half an hour from him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
Another good actor.
Yep. Oh, I know. Let's see here. So I guess he's seen a friend of his, and I guess he's a reenactor of the Revolutionary War. So I guess
cool.
It's one of his friends. And I guess he's looking into collecting some replica historical rifles.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, he had a good note. He said the episode was good tempo, good examples about the statistics and all that. So thank you, Peter, for your input.
Yeah, we'll have to try and get him on for something else again someday. We'll have to figure out something.
I want to get him on for The Longest Yard, the remake.
Oh, that's right. He did The Longest Yard with us.
He did The Longest Yard with us, and I think he said he'd never seen the one with Adam Sandler. So
yeah,
I think it's a perfect episode for him to be on.
Oh, I think so too.
If you don't mind.
Think so too. A lot of the same stuff too. So it'd be good for him. I think he'd enjoy it.
Yeah. I got another note that said Redbox is firing is declaring bankruptcy and they're closing down. I guess the Redbox things finally. Yeah.
Wow. First Blockbuster, now Redbox.
When's the last time you used a Redbox?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, right?
Yeah, the streaming service is pretty much taken over the world. Yeah.
Yep.
When it
works. I remember. You're right. No, you're right. I think I remember using some of the Redboxes around when I first moved to Wallingford. Maybe like a year or two after. So if I had to get, so we moved in 17, so maybe 18, probably.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Pretty much right before the pandemic, honestly.
That's a good point. You're right. Yeah, maybe that's why it went to, touching all the stuff. I'm just saying. I don't.
And again, I think it was already headed there.
Yeah, I agree totally with you.
And I think when all the theaters shut down, it's like that's what I think it just escalated it.
I agree totally with you. Yep. Yeah. I never thought of that. That's a good point. You're right. Yeah.
There was another thing too. Did you see who passed away? Few actors in action. Well,
yes. I just saw it on there.
Well, Richard Simmons passed away.
Richard Simmons. Yep. Used to do the
Jazzercise.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he did everything, but yeah, he's a big weight loss guy. Yeah.
What's the other one? The chick from The Shining. I bring it up. That's one
Shelley
we did.
Duvall?
Shelley Duvall passed away. Yep.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall. Right. That's right. Yeah.
She was. I forget what it said she passed of.
Yeah.
Might have been a cancer or something like that. That was.
And now, what was that? Go ahead.
No, I say that just because that's we did the. Did we do that movie? The Shining. I thought we did The Shining. No.
No, I didn't do it with you. No.
We
were going to do it.
We were going to.
We didn't do it. That's a good one.
All right.
Well, maybe. Hey, Halloween's coming.
That's what I mean. We'll have to get five. We'll do Halloween. We'll do our Christmas movies. We'll switch that up.
Yeah. And we're now shooting at the president now, the ex-president. Is that messed up? That's how screwed up our country is. We're shooting at people now. We're killing people. We killed somebody else too. They killed some guy injured another one.
It's funny because, like I said, there hasn't been a shooting towards a president in a long, long time, huh?
Yeah, but he's not a president. I mean, come on.
That's true. Very true. Yeah.
What are you doing? I don't understand what people are doing. That's ridiculous.
I personally thought, back when Obama got
I agree.
elected, that some Klan member or whatever hell you want to call him was going to take a pop off at him, but no, it never happened.
Yeah. They've shot at the Pope. They've shot at Ronald Reagan. I think Gerald Ford.
These were, and it's funny. These are all liked presidents, right? I mean,
I know.
He killed Kennedy. Kennedy was like the golden child, right?
They loved him. Yeah, but the Pope they shot at that time. Come on.
Well, and I think too. I think you're coming into the times now where, I mean, the manhunt for someone who takes a shot at the president, you'd be caught in 4 hours.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Back then, the guy who killed Kennedy. I know they caught him pretty quick, right?
Yeah. Well, at least that's who they said shot him, but that's another story.
There's I don't know if we talked about it on this podcast when we were talking. There's not a documentary. It's a short. What do you call it? Series.
Like a miniseries or
miniseries with James Franco.
Right.
And it is called. It's called 6. What's the date he was assassinated? It's like
he was November. Yeah, November 22nd.
November. It's like so. It's so it kind of it's
1963.
He goes back in time. It's kind of like a future time. It's a time. It's very good though. It's a mini series. I gotta find.
Yes, you gotta find out what that is. I like that stuff.
Okay, so it's a mini series. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu.
Okay.
I'm gonna look right now.
James Franco's in. I gotta see.
Yep. It's called 11/22/63.
Cool.
Awesome. I highly recommend it. Like I said, he goes back in time. He knows our buddy Chris Cooper is actually in it too.
Excellent.
Check that out. See if
I will.
It's very good.
That sounds really good.
Anyways, let's get into the movie here because I know we got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss.
Okay.
Break it down.
Set?
Yeah,
I will. Introduction to the movie is the movie Jaws. Release date was July 20th, 1975. It had a budget of $7 million. Opening weekend, $7 million, but the gross was $477 million.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money back then, 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Roy Scheider as Brody, Robert Shaw as Quint, Richard Dreyfuss as Hooper, Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody, and Murray Hamilton as Vaughn. The simple synopsis: when a killer shark unleashes a chaos on a beach of community off of Cape Cod, it's up to the local sheriff, a marine biologist, and an old seafarer to hunt the beast down. The awards had 20 wins and 25 nominations. Oscar winner for Best Sound, Best Film Editing, and Best Music. Had a runtime really nice, 2 hours and 4 minutes. I watched it on Peacock, and so did Frank.
Yep.
And now we come to our should be Frank's 500 facts on this one, but we'll go Frank's 5 fun facts. Take it away, buddy.
It's funny because we're almost. This is how, if you want to age yourself, we're coming up on almost 50 years. This came out with.
I was 14.
Wow.
Saw it in the movies, yeah.
Nice.
I wish I was 14 now.
I know, huh? I don't know if you wish you were 14 now.
I know.
Time's different.
It is. You're right.
So when composer John Williams originally played the score for director Spielberg, he laughed and said that it was funny. He said, but that's what you really had in mind for the theme of Jaws. Speeder later then stated that without Williams' score, the movie would only be half as successful. And according to Williams, it jump-started his career.
Yes.
Funny side note, I guess John Williams conducted the orchestra during the 76 Academy Awards, so that when he was announced that he won the Oscar for Best Score, he had to run up to the podium, accept his award, and then come back down to work.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy,
huh?
Yeah. The score is, like you said, is half of the best part of it. It's awesome.
John Williams, another guy, doesn't miss a beat, huh?
No, he's got to be the best in any lifetime. Sorry, one of ours.
No, you're right.
Yeah, he's
phenomenal. Did he do The Patriot? I want to say, or maybe I'm wrong.
I don't.
I feel like he just did a movie we just saw. Maybe I'm.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he did Star Wars and those.
But again, it's so many of them, name it.
Yeah.
Fact number 2: Director Spielberg named the shark Bruce after his lawyer. Three mechanical Bruces were made, each with specialty functions. One was open on the right side. The other one was open on the left side, and the third one was a fully skinned one. And each shark cost about $250,000, so about $250,000
back in '75.
Quite a lot. Wow. So you figure you can get the right angle, the left angle, and then a full.
That's amazing.
Covers you. Mm-hmm. I guess they referenced that in Finding Nemo. I don't know if you remember the movie. I don't know how much you remember the movie.
It's only seen once, though. It was good, actually.
One of the shark characters' name is Bruce in there.
Yes, it is.
So
yes.
I'm sure that's what they named it after. So
that's pretty cool.
Yep. A little bit about location. So Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, was used as the Amity Island preliminary because Even 12 miles out to sea, the sandy bottom was only 30 feet down,
crazy, man.
Allowing the mechanical shark to function. Also, a side note says residents were paid $64 to scream and run across the beach as extras.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of money back then.
I was just going to say, $64 just to run and scream. That's quite a lot.
You could get like 1,000 now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a good one.
Let's see here. What am I at? 4? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4.
There was a lot.
I know.
Facts here. I wanted to just talk about most of it, but let's see here. Over 67 million people in the U.S. went to see this film when it was originally released in 1975, making it the first summer blockbuster. It was supposed to be released in theaters for Christmas, but the filming ran way over schedule, and it was pushed back to the summer. I guess traditionally, back in 75, summer was traditionally for where the worst movies were dumped into theaters, but because everyone's outside.
Exactly. Very good.
I guess it became the first film to gross over $100 million in theatrical rentals.
Wow. So. Yeah, that makes sense, though. It makes sense. Yeah, we'll talk about that. They had a lot of problems with making this movie. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from my last fact, I have a few here. This one I gotta say. Though a respected actor, Robert Shaw's trouble with alcohol was a common problem during filming. Later, Roy Schneider, is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Roy Schneider. Yep.
Described his co-star as a perfect gentleman whenever he was sober, as he needed one drink. Let's see here. I said when he had one drink, he said he turned into a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was a pro. He was drunk most of the time on the set. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the scene where he's on the boat when they're talking at night and he does that thing.
Yeah.
I guess he was drunk during the first time they filmed it.
Right.
And they couldn't use any of it.
Right.
And I guess he personally called up Spielberg and told him, "Hey, listen, he apologized. He said he was sorry." So I guess the following day when they filmed it, he got that one monologue in one take.
Yeah.
So I guess he must have.
Yeah, he begged them, I guess, to do it again. I think. Yeah. I've known that from years ago, but yeah, he begged them to do it again.
I guess him and Richard Dreyfuss were just constantly butting heads.
Yeah.
He said he offered him $1,000 to climb to the 70-foot mast to jump off it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot. They didn't get along, and he was young. Gotta remember, Richard Dreyfuss was very young. He's much younger than those two.
Really? Yeah. Again, you'll know these actors a lot more than I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my facts. I got a few more we'll sprinkle in. I'm sure you got more.
Yeah, that was. No, I'm sure you can later. We both can. We got a lot of stuff to go over. But no, that was very good. You hit about 5 different points in the movie, which was good. Mm-hmm. All different things about it. This was really interesting. I actually seen a thing on TV about this, the making of it. I think it's on my DVD. I have it or whatever.
Really?
And they had a lot of problems making it. Because of the ocean. This is one of the fewer movies they've made right on the ocean. A lot of that stuff was really there on the Martha Vineyard. So
really,
they had they almost the weather came in bad and all kinds of stuff, and the guy came and he almost wanted to get rid of it. It cost too much money. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you saw one thing in here where it said 55. What was it? 55 days turned into hang on. 55 days turned into 159, right?
Yeah.
They were way over budget.
And I think that's also too just the sign of the times, where it's making 75. Yes. I mean, right now,
exactly.
Now you'd get a CGI shark, so you wouldn't even have to worry about it.
The CGI, I like that. You're right. Yeah, and I guess they had to do a lot of the filming with a handheld camera.
Yep,
because of the waves. Too. Yeah, the waves. So that was a couple of facts there, but that was interesting. But it was a lot. Let's put it that way. It was a lot.
Yep. When's I was gonna say, when's the last time have you seen this movie recently, or is
I
it
just saw it.
besides just watched it before that?
No, I watched it before that too. Watched it last week. Yeah.
Oh.
We watched it. That's what I said. Should we watch it again? I know it by heart, but I watched it again. Yeah, we watched it again last night. Guess what? It ends the same way. Just so you know.
It is the same way. Yeah. It's funny. This movie. Again, it's an old movie.
It is. Yep.
It was a little. I guess it was a little long for my taste. And I think a lot of it has to do. And again, this might just be because I'm so used to more action. I guess because again, there's a few dull moments in the movie.
Yeah, there is.
And again, maybe that's just because maybe I'm expecting a lot more kills from the shark. You know what I mean? Again,
yeah, I agree with you.
Now, if you had made the same movie, it'd be like like the movie Anaconda.
Yes.
Everybody.
I love the
dies.
Anaconda.
That's another crazy movie where everybody pretty much dies. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even movies like what's the one? Deep Blue Sea is the other one.
Oh, that's excellent, man.
That's got everyone. Yeah, that's got a lot of people in it.
That's
everybody
excellent.
Dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of where I'm coming from.
I think so. I think you are. Yeah.
But it's an iconic movie.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. And most people didn't want to go back in the water when this was. My wife was terrified to go in the water watching this movie. Remember, she's 14 years old.
I think it terrified a lot of.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because. One of the other facts I do have, because I guess this was a novel too. Did you know that?
Yes, it was. Peter Benchley, yeah.
Did you read the novel?
No, I never did. Somebody had the book in my family. I remember seeing the book, and it had the picture of the girl. It shows the girl, the shark, and the girl underneath, sitting there. That's the picture I think they show. The girl in the beginning. The girl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I guess in the novel it's a little bit different. I guess Spielberg said he going to root for the shark in the novel because I guess it portrayed humans, I guess not in a really great light, I guess.
Yeah, I guess there was a lot of subplots in it, and I guess, I don't know if you read that one thing, Peter Benchley was basically thrown off the set, and they fired him from even being there. They got rid of him. Yeah, he wanted too many subplots, so it probably would have been a 3-hour movie if Benchley had his way. So they got rid of him. I guess he was there on the set, and they said, "No, we don't want you here no more." He was causing too much problems, so they tossed him. He wanted other things going on during the thing, like how these movies where you got this guy's cheating, but that lady's with the other guy.
Gotcha.
And that's what I guess he wanted. Maybe that's from the book, like you said. Maybe that's what he wanted to do it, and they said it's going to take too long.
Well, you see that in most of the books to movies. You can't have everything from the book. Got a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
But I guess I got a quote from George Burgess, who is, I guess, an ichthyologist, which I guess is a zoologist who studies fishes.
Right.
And it said that the movie portrayed the sharks in a bad light. They call them man-eaters. But I guess which is not true because I guess they really don't. They don't really attack, you know what I mean? It made it seem like the sharks are vengeful. And again, this is also a movie, but I guess after that, I guess the shark killings just happened, and they must have killed a lot of sharks.
Well,
after this.
Oh yeah. Well, that's another story. I know what you're coming from, but tell the 3 people down in Florida that got bit by the bull sharks and they lost his arm. So. Yeah, I don't think they were. I don't think they were antagonizing anything. I think they were in the water and they bit them. So. And those aren't even great whites. So there. Well, you heard the story in the book. You heard their story about the Indianapolis. And the story when they're talking.
Oh yeah, yep. No, I did look that up too.
That's a true story. I watched the movie. Yeah, 1,100 went in the water, and 316 came out. Yeah, so I guess the sharks were real in that one. They weren't bothering anybody. All they did were bobbing in the water. So
I saw that
guy you were talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. They're killers. They will kill you. That's what they do. You hear what he says in the movie? What's he say? They will eat you and have baby sharks. That's what they do. They eat. That's not good. You can pretty much get away with any other animal in the in the ocean, but you don't
really,
want to see a shark.
Yeah.
Sharks will get you. But
let's see here. What you got? What's
the head? Remember the head pops up out of the hole. The guy's head.
Yep.
Ben Gardner. Is it Ben Gardner? Yeah, it's Ben Gardner.
Yep.
That was done in I think in a swimming pool. They did that.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it done was out in the water, but that was done in the swimming pool. The shark cage. These are quick things I'm just coming up with real quick. Real quick. The shark cage one. He goes down in there, and that's you got to look at the MythBusters thing. It's on here. I don't know if you picked it up. The MythBusters. They did all that.
I did.
I think you see that, but whatever. I'm not worried about that. But the thing is, and a shark won't break that cage. That's what it's made for.
No, hell no.
And I guess there's a scene in that. If you see it, the shark gets caught up in the thing and all that. There was a shark that did get caught up in it. It got caught up in the line when they were filming it. He didn't do nothing, but they said, "Well, let's keep the film going." So they used it. That's a real shark in that scene there. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And those tanks won't blow up. That's another myth. Yeah.
What tanks were those? What like
those oxygen tanks?
Oxygen tank? Yeah, I don't not oxygen. Oxygen tank.
Well, they weren't oxygen. He said they were compressed air.
Yeah. Those
so, no. So they wouldn't have blown up or nothing.
I tell you something, you're not getting me in that cage thing.
No,
my God, no way.
You don't mean the shark? Hey, you get it? Hey, cage in the water, you're in the water, sharks in the water.
No thanks. Not back then.
And what's that?
Yes, I'm not doing it back then. No way.
That's cool. I guess Charlton Heston was. Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
He was. I guess they considered him for the role. So
he would have been good in that too.
Yeah, he would have done well as Chief Brody. Yeah, he would have done well. But he was a little bit. He was a little bit higher echelon at that time.
Oh, I don't wait. Yeah, sure. So I don't really know any of these actors and actresses, and the only person I really know is Richard Dreyfuss. And even that, I still don't really know a lot of his stuff. He was great in this movie. Again, he played that kind of that. I don't want to call him like a know-it-all kid. I mean, I don't know how he was like in his 40s or 30s back then.
Yeah.
But he played that know-it-all, like kind of like student, but still had the knowledge of like all the sharks and stuff.
Yeah, he was like 20-something. I think 20-something in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 26, 27. Yeah. Yeah, he's from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I'm just throwing him out there so you know. Yep. He was in American Graffiti. That's one of his first movies he was in. He was a nobody. He was in Opus. I can't think. Holland's Opus. Opus. I can't think of the movie. Excellent movie.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yes, yep. Mr. Holland's Opus. Very good. He was in that. He's been in so many movies. I can go on and on. Now he's an excellent actor.
I believe he is the narrator in our next movie.
Yes, he is. Stand By Me. Yes, he is.
Stand By Me. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
We've been getting a lot of back-to-backs, huh?
Very true.
Emmerich with the Roland Emmerich from the two things.
Yep.
This is crazy. And you just picked these out of the blue, so it wasn't like you were thinking
about it. Pretty much. I just kind of just went and looked.
Yeah.
I just did a quick Google, and because he's also like all over the board as far as timeline.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What about let's see here. So Robert Shaw.
Yep, he actually played
tell me about him.
He played in. He's a good actor. Remember, he died at 51. I'm sure you saw.
I see that. Yep.
Yeah, he was young. He had a lot of problems with the IRS. I think you noticed that too. He didn't make a dime on this movie.
Alcohol, apparently.
Yeah, well, he didn't make a dime because he owed the IRS money in the United States. So what he would do is when he wasn't filming, he'd go over to Scotland so they couldn't get the money.
So
he didn't make anything. He was in the Battle of the Bulge. Battle of the Bulge is a historic movie, World War II, a famous movie, and he was the German general in that. But he's been in some other stuff. I can't remember too much of it, but he's a really good actor. And I guess, like you said, when he was sober, he's a really nice guy. But when he's not,
as with most people, you know,
right?
He's
Roy Scheider.
Yeah,
Roy Scheider. He was in.
He's in all the other Jaws. That's I gotta say him. He's really the only one that's in. let's see here, because I know he was in the second one.
Right.
I think he's in the third one. Have you seen any other sequels?
What do you mean?
The sequel of Jaws, yeah.
I saw them all, yeah.
You saw them all?
Jaws 2 was good.
Was it?
Jaws 3, I think there was a 4, I think.
I think there was a 3D one as well.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid. But the 2 was good.
Really?
Jaws 2 is good, yeah. It's really good. They did a good job with that. And then you know how these sequels, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes the sequels are really good. Mm-hmm. It got a little worse after that. The guy that plays Vaughn, the guy Murray Hamilton, the guy that plays the mayor.
Sleazeball.
He's a good actor. He's in a lot of things. He's another B
I've
actor.
seen him. Yep.
Yeah, he's been in all kinds of stuff. Lorraine Gary's his wife. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
That's right, he's in The Graduate.
No, Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton is, okay. Right.
Yeah, and he was in the second one, too.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, go ahead. Tell me about Lorraine Gary.
Well, Lorraine Gary, the only thing I know her is from this movie. I'm not saying she hasn't been. I'm sure she's been in other stuff. That's all I know is from that. Actually, she just passed away. I think I don't know. She's still alive. She's still alive.
Still alive. Yeah,
she's alive. Wow.
She was born in 1937. So she's what, pushing 90?
87.
87.
Pushing 90. Wow. I think Dreyfuss is 76. I think, or 78, something like that.
She was in all the other Jaws movies. She was in Jaws 2, Jaws: The Revenge.
Oh, right.
Because it's got to get revenge, obviously.
Yep.
I noticed that one of the trivia that they used her name in Back to the Future for some reason. I don't know why, but
did they?
Lorraine, yeah, that's the only kind of trivia I found on her.
Yeah, I think one of the kids there. I thought one of them had passed away. I'm not positive. Maybe it's up to something else. Maybe I thought one of them did. Got the real young kid, the kid at the tape. Remember, hey, how about you? You're gonna like this because your daughter's probably gonna do it too with you eventually. Where he does the mimic. He's mimicking. Remember, he has the hands here, and then he goes like this. And I thought that was a cute little scene they threw in there.
Yeah,
that was pretty wild.
Yeah, so he died in 2000. One of the guys, Chris Ribello, who plays his son.
Yeah, right.
Michael
was
Burry,
I right?
He died in 2000. He was 37.
Yeah, I thought so.
And
I thought so.
I'm trying to see if I can figure out. I think he died while deer hunting with his buddies, so an accident.
Wow, that's crazy.
Shame.
Kid actors, man, they don't have a lot of luck. They don't.
No. Unfortunately, no. It's one of those
weird,
things where
it?
if you don't get hooked into the drugs and the alcohol, it's...
Yeah, I mean, I know that was an accident, but I'm just saying. But still, it's just...
No, you're right. You're right.
It's just like, it seems like it's stuff happens. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. You realize, I don't know if you've seen it. They used, remember they have the arm in the beginning, the hand?
Yeah.
The hand with the crabs on it?
Yep.
I guess they had the prop, and Spielberg said, "Nah, it ain't going to work." So they had a lady, they buried her under there. I don't know if you read
Really?
it. They buried her with the hand. So that's why it looked, the arm, that's why it looks so real.
Gotcha.
The stuff they do on this.
Well, and I guess that's where I got to give a lot of these older movies the credit, because they have to come up with this type of stuff.
Yeah.
The effects, because a lot of this stuff just would have been visual.
There's no CGI in this, so this is all
CGI. It's all
Yeah.
made. I mean,
right. That shark, I didn't know this at all. I didn't know that shark that they had there. The one they caught. That's actually a shark that they caught, not there. They caught it in Florida. This is no lie.
Really?
And they preserved it, and I read this on something else, and they preserved it. And they bring it down, and they used it for the movie. So it is a real shark. I thought that was crazy.
I always remember that shark from in Universal.
Oh man,
the hanging one.
That.
Where you take the. I know we've got pictures in front of it.
I'm sure you
and
do.
And me and Casey were talking about the ride. the ride was so good, especially as a kid. I mean, it was terrifying.
They did away with it. What a shame. I
know. Again, it's an old movie. I mean,
I know.
In Universal Studios, the original park, there's only got what, E.T. left?
E.T. I think that's
E.T.'s
it.
probably still the only one really standing that's been around. Everything else
You're
has been repurposed.
The Mummy is still there.
Yep.
And Earthquake, it's not called Earthquake.
No,
it's something else.
Earthquake, I think, is Jimmy Fallon, I think.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
The last time I was there, it was Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, right? I think you're right. Yeah, and Twister's gone. They did away with that. The Mummy's still there, though. The Mummy's one of the fewest. That wasn't 1970, but I'm saying the Mummy is still there.
Correct, and I think too is they've also come out with other movies like there's been a bunch of mummy movies.
Yes, yep. They have a Men in Black there now. That's another ride. You know, Simpsons are there. I think they have Shrek 4D. They got King Kong, which is awesome. Yeah, I've been on it, the 4D ride.
King Kong's not there no more.
No, King Kong ride now. There's a King Kong ride.
Oh yeah, you're right. The Skull Island.
You're like on a one. Right. You're like on a bus or something, and he's fighting the. Oh, it's an awesome ride. Yeah. I haven't been.
What's funny with the ride is it's just like if you remember it. Like I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this is just like. The ride is just like in the movie because it is. You see you're on the dock, you see all this stuff, and it's crazy.
It's awesome, man.
It's almost like it'd be interesting when you know when you're going on, like going to Universal, watch all the movies beforehand, and then you go on the rides and you see how detailed.
Yeah.
How detailed the rides are. It's almost like you're physically putting yourself right into the movie. That's crazy.
You're right. It's funny you say that because I was watching when the boat was going down the river there. I'm looking at all the houses, and remember they had it all set up out there like that. Remember?
Again, it's like you're right into the movie.
Yeah, it was so cool. It really was. Yeah.
Yep.
The slap scene. Did you read that?
When
the slap scene when she slaps him.
She's Mrs.
Kittner.
One of the boys who gets killed by the shark.
Yeah,
right?
Mrs. Kittner is the mom. Where she slaps him. She's got the black thing on. I guess she couldn't fake slap him. So
really,
he took a beat and then he ended up They finally made the take. She knocked his glasses off on one of them.
Really?
So he had to really get hit. So I just thought those were weird things to throw in there.
Some of that stuff is kind of hard. I mean, again, nowadays they could probably do it no problem, but like the kind of like fake hit somebody.
Oh, I know.
It's kind of hard.
Yep. Let's talk about the beginning, though. We didn't even talk about Susie Backlini. That's the girl that they pushed back and forth in the water. I guess they said there was 2 300-pound weights attached to Susan Backlini that were being tugged by 2 groups of crewmen on shore. One group would pull right, the other one pull left. It took 3 days to film that sequence. I heard she got beat up pretty good doing that.
Really?
Too, I heard.
This is the very first kill that we see.
Yeah, that's how she got.
It's funny because again, I haven't seen this movie in a while, and you see her there, and you see it, I was like, this is. For one, she's drinking. They're smoking weed. They're by the fire.
Yep.
She's getting naked. It's like a scene right out of like Freddy vs. Jason.
It is.
You know, as soon as it happens, you know, well, she's not going to make it. And it's funny when you see her take her top off. You get a little bit of a glimpse, but it's still kind of it's very clever the way they film it because you see her going into the water. So again, you don't have to put the nudity into it because it's got
no. Well, I guess the scene, she said, I'll do it, but I just want... So the only people that were there were like 2 cameramen. That was it. Nobody else was on the set.
Yeah.
There was just the 2 cameramen doing this. She said, I'll do this. I'll do the naked scene, she said, but I'm not... Like you said, though, I'm sure we could see her. They could see her naked more than we could.
Oh, yeah.
Did she swim out far enough? When you're swimming out to the buoy out there, where are you going? I didn't understand it. And then he's there drunk, and he's looking at her. And if you watch the scene...
Yeah.
When she's out there looking at the shore, she looks like she's about 300 yards away. Where are you going?
Far.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
But that's how they did that scene.
Yeah.
3 days. Imagine that. 3 days to do that scene. Yeah. I mean, this cost them too much.
I know.
This was crazy, man.
My biggest thing about the whole movie, and it was kind of funny, is because Brody, he's a new sheriff. He takes a job in Amity, right?
Right. Right.
It's a beach town.
Yep.
You know, it's a Cape Cod. But he don't like the water, and
Nope.
and he don't like the boats.
Nope.
Why'd you take the job then? I understand you're looking for an opening, but like, you would think it's funny because like you see the second kill when everybody's on the water, everybody's on the beach.
Yep.
You don't see him run in their water and try to save the kid.
No.
He don't even go. He just stays right on the sandbar. He's just like getting everybody out. He's not helping people. He didn't go into the water helping people out. He didn't even go. He don't even like the boat. I just thought it cracked me up.
That's funny how you said that because you watched it. I didn't even think of it looking at it that way. I know he's always dressed, and I'm saying this guy. He's not even getting his feet wet.
No,
I mean, come on. Are you kidding
what are you, sheriff? I mean, I get. I guess he was just thought of it as another job as he's the sheriff of the town, and he didn't think of it. He didn't think the water about going in the water. I guess
that's a good point to talk about. That really was. Yeah, Linda said the same thing. She says, "What the hell is he doing there?" I'm really surprised they did it that way, but I guess it's whatever. I guess that's.
And again, we don't really know if we read the book. Maybe it tells a little bit more, but
yeah, it might be. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. I guess they had a lot of problems with the shark because he was tested at you just said it.
Universal
he was tested
Studios.
at Universal's in regular water. Just like water, like a lake water.
Yep.
And then I guess when they bring them there in the salt, they had a lot of problems to control. Salt water is a bitch, anyways.
I could have sworn they had a lot of problems with the ride as well too. I think there was a documentary on that, so I don't know.
Yeah, that broke down a bunch of times. Yeah, it's very similar when you. It is. It's similar. Yeah. It's very similar. Yeah, it's mechanical. Man, that thing was scary, man, when it came out of that water. That ride.
Well, and let's talk about that. Is that it's that suspense, the build up, the music, which makes this movie so good. Is you really don't really see the shark like that till that scene at the court when you see him.
Yeah,
you don't see a good. I mean, the rest of it you kind of see it far. It's underwater. You don't really get a good glimpse of the shark till Brody's chumming the water for it.
Right. And that's like about, 25 minutes into it. I think a half hour into the movie.
I think it's longer than that, to be honest.
Maybe longer than that. How about the scene, though, with the kid? All you see is the fins, all that blood. Man, that was a nasty scene. You think about it, 1975, that was brutal.
Brutal.
All you see is the little yellow thing he was on, the floaty thing, come in. That was nasty, man.
And I got an hour and 20 minutes when you first see the first close up of the shark.
Wow.
So all of that, all the other shots of the shark are either underwater
or a fin,
or you don't see the full face of that shark.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm. What else you got?
I guess 9 days before the start of production, neither Quint nor Hooper had been cast.
Really?
Yeah, there was no.
I mean, again, it was probably. I don't really think the acting was good. I think you get you plop anybody in those roles. I think it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Scheider could have been played by anybody.
Okay.
I think Scheider could be. You got to have Robert Shaw though of some sort, somebody like that. He has that little. He has it. You want to hate him.
He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
He was very good.
And Dreyfuss, you could have put somebody else, but he had that little attitude too as a young.
Yeah, no, you're right. He did. You're right. I think Spielberg. Spielberg don't miss.
No, he's good.
Not
at this
too many bad movies that he's made.
And remember, he's only 28 years old in this.
Unbelievable, huh?
That's all. Youngest guy. Yeah, he's the youngest. He was top. He made top till I think till 2012 when the guy came out with Chronicles, some guy, and he beat him for most money or whatever for a 27-year-old. So I mean, but he held it for like 20 years. It's amazing. And I guess according to Richard Dreyfuss, we started filming without a script, without a cast, and without a shark. They had nothing. So this should have never happened. This movie should have never happened. What I've read, and if you watch the show, it's really good. I think it's on the DVD though. How they did it. It took forever. They were ready to pack it in. The money was just gone. They didn't have time. It was nuts. But look what it did, and look what happened, and all that they got through. And Spielberg, pretty much, it's all his doing to keep them rolling. He begged the guys to give him more money to do it. So, but I guess
budget's
I know.
kind of a lot of money.
Well, the budget was what? Was $7 million?
7? Yeah, it's kind of a lot for that time.
1975. Well, you figure Shaw probably got the most. Robert Shaw got the most, not Scheider. Probably Shaw.
You think? Yeah.
He was probably, because Scheider wasn't really anybody. He really wasn't. Shaw was.
Well, again, I said I don't really know. You would think Schneider is the main character. That's what I think. But again, these actors. You know these people more than I do.
He is, but I don't know what he did before that because I couldn't tell you. I don't think he did on the waterfront. Let's put it that way.
Really?
So I don't know what he did. Yeah. So he probably got the most. Then Shaw, then Dreyfuss. You're right, though. You could have probably threw a couple. You probably could have. Yeah, but look who he wanted to get for Scheider. He wanted to get Charlton Heston. Yeah. Top dog. So
that would have cost quite a penny.
Yeah, you're getting Moses.
$7 million in 1975 would be about equivalent to $33 million. Or
today?
$40 million. Yeah. Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot, huh?
Yeah. It's really for only 3 people.
Well, and think of it this way: almost let's say $7 million, almost $1 million went to just the building the shark.
Yeah, that's right. And think of that. Yeah, 3 of them, right? Yeah, 3.
Mm-hmm. 3. Yeah. I mean, almost a full $1 million. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of money back then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the gun he shoots in the end there, I guess it jammed at least 4 times before the shot worked. So they had to keep redoing the scene.
It's like, do you think he'd have that gun kind of locked and loaded, right?
Why?
I mean, I guess he didn't think he was going to really be using a gun to capture the shark, but
yeah. And then let's not forget all the things. Bigger boat. That was ad lib. I think we need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's an iconic line.
Yep. Smile. It says smile to the shark.
Yep.
And then I thought the scene in the cabin was hysterical.
Oh, when they're getting drunk?
In the cabin. He opens his shirt, he goes, Mary Ann Moffat, she broke my heart.
Yeah. That was funny, because again, they're like showing, the 2 of them are showing their like all the scars and stuff they have, almost like showing like how big and masculine I am, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Got a lot. And,
I don't know if you watched the scene. Rob Schneider lifts up his shirt for a second.
Yep.
And he had a scar there. It's a real scar. He got his appendix
out.
Yep. So that's...
Yeah.
Let me see what we got here. I guess Steven Spielberg, after the shooting was all done, he experienced a full panic attack due to the stress he'd been under for months. He also suffered nightmares for the next several weeks, in which he was still on the ocean and filming the movie. That's what he was thinking. Remember, he's 28 years old. Took a lot out of him. You don't realize.
That's a lot. I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I guess you got to give him credit on here because you would like this. I guess because Spielberg despised how phony the shark prop looked. So he tried all kinds of different angles and stuff. Like you said, you've taken the classes and
Under the water.
Yeah, in the water to make it look as real. I thought he did a hell of a job myself. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm watching the movie back then. You know what? It looks like a shark.
Terrified. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you realize too. I mean, we talked about it actor-wise. There's only really 3 actors.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
I mean, for most of the movie, they're on the boat. It's just 3 of them. So
you're right.
You don't have much to work with. It's all Spielberg with the camera angles.
No. Yep.
And a fake shark.
It's all in that boat.
Yeah.
That boat part. I guess that thing was sinking at one time. It just, like I said, it was just a nightmare. And I guess at first, the people on Martha's Vineyards were excited. Mm-hmm. And they were fed up having the production on their island after it was 159 days. They wanted to get them out of there. So
I think I saw something where after this movie came out that it plummeted down, like the tourist thing just plummeted down around Cape Cod. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
No, it went the other way. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it went the other way. Let me see where it is here. Yeah, here it is. The average summer tourist population is about 5,000. After it came out, the population skyrocketed to 15,000. Well, that's probably because people wanted to go there and see where everything was filmed.
They were filmed, yeah. I was going to say, you can't really... There's not too many movies now where you can do that, where you can kind of go, this is where they filmed everything, and you can go see... Because most of the stuff's done in studio now, in CGI.
You're right. Exactly. That's a good point. Yep. You'll get some on-location stuff for spit parts.
Very few, yeah.
You won't see too much.
And even, too, a lot of times, again, we talked about it with, let's say like movies like The Patriot, they changed the front. They changed the front, even they had changed the houses. Like, I know, like, in Mrs. Doubtfire, we might have talked about it, they changed the whole front of the thing. You get a few, like, iconic, like, I know you can still take pictures in front of, like, the Full House house. But there's not that many.
No, there's not. There's
the
a
Brady
lot.
Bunch house, I think, is still one.
I think it's still there, actually, or wherever
it is.
Wherever they
I think Lance Bass was trying to buy it for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Lance Bass, all right. Did you see this part on here? Did you read this about they initially wanted to train a great white shark they want to train him. Are you kidding me? You're going to train a shark?
I was going to say it probably would have been cheaper, but same point. It's like you ain't. This isn't like training no dog like Fido or a cat, And you got
to go find a great white. Well, you got to.
That's very true.
There's plenty of tiger sharks and bull sharks.
Yeah.
Come on, that's insane, man. Come on. Oh, the scene there where was it Kittner? Yeah, Kittner.
Okay.
The Kittner scene.
Yeah.
I guess they were during I got to read this because it's the only way to do it. During the crowded beach scenes, extras were told what they would be doing or what the film was about. Okay, so that's it. That's all he says. When Chief Brody started shouting about a shark in the water, the panic reaction of the beachgoers was completely genuine, as they thought there was an actual shark in the water. He didn't tell them that. He just told them, you'll be playing with your sand or so that's how it made it so real looking. That's pretty good. I thought that was pretty cool doing that. I really.
It's funny. I don't know if we found out what time of the year they filmed this because I would assume it probably would have been off peak season.
Me too.
You see all the people, they weren't dressed for the 4th of July, what they were supposed to be, because they're all a lot of them are wearing like suits and.
I know.
They were like fully clothed. I'm like, what's this person doing? He's wearing a full suit.
Yeah. Did you see them all come in on that big boat? There's like 1 million people on that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, how about when they took the picture with the shark, all the people?
Shark, right? Yeah.
And he goes, "What kind of shark was it?" And the guy goes, "A tiger shark." And the big fat guy goes, I love the scene. He goes, "A what?"
Yeah. I don't know.
He didn't know anything.
Well, again, you don't. The sign of the times is this 1975. I mean, they don't know much about sharks.
No.
It's a shark. Shark's a shark.
I didn't until I seen the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when I used to go on the boat with my dad, and I used to play. Believe it or not, this is weird. When he used to go off the shore, reel casting the old days.
Yeah.
At night we used to go. He would catch some of those once in a while. No, little baby sharks, and I used to take them. Little baby sharks like this big, a little fin on top. And I used to bury him in the dirt, in the sand of the,
Yeah, I tell you, this all could have been avoided if it wasn't for the mayor.
The mayor.
He didn't handle this. He didn't handle it well. I don't want to blame, but I'm going to put it on him.
You got it. What does he say? He's ringing the dinner bell.
Yeah. He said, no one's in the water. Well, yeah, because there was a fucking shark. Excuse me, dropping another F-bomb. There was a shark attack just happened like yesterday. You're lucky you even have people still there.
I know. Yeah, but I didn't. Did I tell you this? Or I was talking about the thing in Florida. We had that happened. I don't know, not too long ago.
Okay.
And that's what the guy says on the one of the guys that's part of the not the mayor, but whoever it was. He says, "Oh yeah, we got it under control. It's fine to go back in the water." Okay, buddy. What are you watching, Jaws?
I tell you what, my kid's not going in that water. They tell you that those two kids that were pretending to be the shark, they probably would have gotten some serious trouble. No,
I know. That was crazy. Those kids.
That's nuts.
That was good though. That was a good fin, wasn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They don't mention that here in any of this stuff, but I thought that was pretty cool.
No.
That would have scared the shit out of me. And it is true though. It's those people I told you that got attacked. They were about a little bit off the shore, about 3 feet of water. That's when the sharks get you. Yeah, that's a true story. That's not fake. Let's see here. What else we got?
I wrote,
schedule. What else we got?
Shaw's death was pretty brutal, huh?
Oh my god.
That's pretty brutal for that time. I was like, oh wow, he's done.
Yeah, he got some good stabs though in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're so thick, those sharks though. It's so hard.
Yeah.
How about the one they showed though with the arrows in it? You're gonna kill it with an arrow.
An arrow, yeah.
There's a lot of fantasy in that. Even a gun. Most of the guns, you ain't gonna kill that. Not guns like that. No. Maybe an elephant gun, you might kill it, but you have to hit it just right. Sharks they're a machine, man. They're a killing machine.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, this is what I was telling you about. During the shooting, and because of delays in the planning schedule, Universal Mogul.
Yeah.
I guess Universal had a lot to do with it, which I didn't realize that, but they did. Mogul Sidney Sheinberg wanted to cancel the whole movie. But director Steven Spielberg convinced him to forget the idea.
So, well, I mean, I guess that's probably why it was a ride in Universal. It did so well.
Yeah. Now, and after that happened and they made all that money, you know what Sheinberg must have said? You were right, Steve. Yeah, you were right. You were right, all right.
Oh, and again, I mean, look at the time. I mean, let's talk about Spielberg. What had he done before this? Not much.
No. Did he do Close Encounters? Yeah, he did.
I feel like he did.
Close Encounters is after it, though. Remember that. It's 77, isn't it? Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Is it 77?
I gotta look. What did he do before this?
Well, I don't know. He might have did American Graffiti. I don't know if he did American Graffiti.
Well, I mean, but before that, again, I guess producer-wise, Close Encounters, that's 77.
Right. You do anything before that?
Not
that
really.
We know of? Or?
I'm looking at his director, the movies he directed, because I was producing. Before this, I mean, he's like, that, bear with me. Yeah, so he really hadn't done anything before this.
No, that's why I said he was 28. He had a lot to lose here. This was like a win or lose for him. If this ever bombed,
yeah,
who knows what would have happened with the guy.
After that, he comes out with Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Raiders of the Lost Ark,
That's pretty good, huh? E.T.
I mean,
all blockbusters.
He killed
all blockbusters.
All blockbusters. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Kills it.
No doubt about it. And they still are today. They're still
absolutely
iconic. Yeah, he's got to be right. He's one of the best of all time. And
I agree with that. As far as directors, he's definitely he's got to be in the top 10.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Have you ever seen the show The Mythbusters? You must have saw it years ago.
I know what you're talking about.
The guys that do all the
they reenact kind of stuff.
Well, to make a long story short, all they said wasn't a lot of this stuff because they tested it all. I don't know how they did it with a shark, but they tested the barrel thing. One barrel underneath. The shark can only stay under so long. The shark's an animal, so he was under a lot longer than that. Then they talked about him pulling the ship backwards.
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah.
No, they're not strong enough to do that. But I mean, that's
not that type of big, not that big of a
right? And it says in punching a shark in the nose, eyes, or gills will cause it to flee or at least back off briefly. That's a fantasy.
That's not.
That won't happen now.
So basically, don't get attacked by a shark. Yeah,
and the other one was the thing with the let's see, boat backwards. Oh, the one to smashing into the boat. Mm-hmm. All they were saying was about that is. Not that it's a fallacy, but it's never been recorded. So if it hasn't been recorded, well, it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. But
yeah.
So a lot of that stuff is just conjecture. But it's a movie. I mean, I get it. This was 25-footer, right? It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be a monster, so he did all that stuff. He's a monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's actually. Did you see the shooting star in it?
Yeah, I saw that little note there.
It's legit.
Did it? Is it legit?
Yeah, it's in the movie. I've seen it. They left it in. I guess. It's pretty cool.
See why not?
Well, they could have done that with a flashlight, probably.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie, I loved it. I thought it was really
good.
Good
movie. Yeah, solid movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. You got anything else? I just got some of the times. I was funny because they were smoking in the hospital. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's good. I like that.
Wouldn't happen now. The mayor's got a suit with the anchors on it. I thought that was funny.
I know. How about all the guys in the boats, though? That was so funny. These little tiny boats. They're going to go out and kill the shark. Yeah, okay. Come on. With rifles and shotguns and stuff. How about the two people on the pier? We didn't talk about that. On the pier with the hook.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was reading this. I think they were actually not actors. Those guys. I think they lived there and were at the vineyard. And they said, "Do you want to do?" Yeah, and they did the scene. He said, "You want to do the scene?" So
I had a bunch of fishermen as extra. You know.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Good.
I didn't like the. It felt like the movie just ends. Did you catch that? Like towards the end, they kill the shark. They kill the shark. It's all done, and it seemed like it just ended abruptly. I don't know.
Well, they got on the barrels and they start swimming through. And isn't it weird? See how close they were to shore all of a sudden?
Yeah,
they're out in the middle of the ocean now. There's the shore
right there. I know. I don't know. I guess I wrote that down. It seemed like they just kind of like it just ended. Maybe
I know. I would have liked to see them. I would like to see them go into shore, with and be the heroes, I should say, of some sort.
Maybe, yeah.
But but it didn't happen that way.
No, it didn't. But I think that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nah, I think that's about it. I mean,
most of it.
It was good. We went over most of the stuff. I had 3.5 pages of stuff, and I think I covered them all. You covered a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
That's about it. I thought the chalkboard thing, real quick, was funny. He does the chalkboard with the nails.
The nails on the chalkboard? Oh.
My wife can't stand stuff like
that. I got
goosebumps
like just thinking about it.
Yeah, my wife, if you, if I got a fork and a plate and I...
Oh, you were like cutting it? Yeah.
It kills her. Yeah. But, yeah. But that was about it. But, one more. This is the last one, and we'll call it a day. Mm-hmm. Several decades after the film's release, Lee Fierro, that plays Mrs. Kittner, walked into a seafood restaurant and noticed an Alex Kittner sandwich on the menu. She commented that she had played his mother many years ago. Jeffrey Voorhees, it's funny because Voorhees is Jason Voorhees, owner of the restaurant, ran out to meet her. He had played her son, and they hadn't seen each other since the original movie shoot. What are the odds?
How funny that is, huh?
What are the odds going into a restaurant that the one guy that played your son in a movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Everybody loves a theme restaurant, am I right?
They do.
You have to, right?
Yeah. All right. I never looked on this. What the IMDb on this? Do you know?
8.1.
Wow. Okay.
I'll go first. I think this movie is perfectly rated. And again, for the time, I'm going to give it an 8. Again, it was a little slow at time from my taste.
Yeah.
Again, I guess I'm expecting more of a body count, so to speak.
I agree totally with you. Yep.
But
I agree.
That's good. Because it only really kills the 2 kids, right? The girl in the beginning,
right?
The girl in the beginning, the kid in the water.
The
dog gets it too, right?
Dog must get it, yeah.
Must get it, which you don't even see or just talk about.
No, that would be a.
And then I think that's
Ben Gardner too.
Yep. So what? So 3, 4.
That's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
And Quint in the end.
And Quint in the end.
Yeah. Oh no, the guy in the little rowboat in the pond.
You're right. Yeah. So it's got a few.
Yeah, but not as many as you would have wanted, huh?
Correct. Yeah, I think it's perfectly rated. I think for the time, for what they had, you got to give them a little bit of an edge for doing what making history.
Yeah,
people were terrified to go into the water after this. The same thing with people were terrified of clowns after this. After that movie.
They were.
You know.
I know. That's a scary movie yet, man.
What are you going to give it?
We might have to do that one day.
I think we did it.
Did we?
Yeah, we did do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we did. You're right. We did do it.
Yep.
What do you got? You gave it an 8?
Yeah.
I'll give it like an 8.4. So
okay.
But like I said, I thought the time was good. I didn't think it was that long. 2 hours 4 minutes. Yeah, all the actors were good. Like you said, you could have placed maybe one of them, but I think that's about it. Yeah, for its time, it was something special, and they did a lot of hard work to make that film. They had a lot of problems with it. That's why I'm giving them a little credit for it. And they took a chance, put it in the summer, which is a tough time. Back then it was. Today it probably would have made $500 million.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
But that's it. So about 8.4, I said? 8.4.
Yeah, 8.4. Nice.
Okay.
Next movie we're doing is Stand By Me.
Beautiful.
I believe that's a Stephen King, I think, novel, or at least.
Oh no, who did they say it was? You just checked it on it. No, that was
Rob Reiner directed it.
Yeah, Rob Reiner.
Stephen King wrote it. It's his book, but that's got some.
Rob Reiner. Linda looked it up. That's an excellent movie.
Will Wheaton.
That's a kid movie too. You don't
Pretty
see
much.
too many boys. You don't see too many boy movies. The young kids,
Correct.
Sandlot's another one.
But again, this is kind of a very serious movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
River Phoenix, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman and Jerry O'Connell are pretty much the four kids, along with a few others, and we'll talk about that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We'll see that. We'll watch that when we get home from our
very good
adventure there.
All right. That's our third movie and our fourth movie. No, third movie in our summer series. We got 2 more to go. Yep. Stand By Me, and then Grease to wrap it all up.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Grease is the word, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you got?
That's it, Frank.
All right.
You have a good day.
You too. Sounds good. All right, everyone. That's the ball game.